Hello everybody, this is the King of Pikmin here yet again. We're back with the path to Mortal Kombat 11. This is episode 14 of the series where I have a topic I want to discuss in the video. I talk about my thoughts on said topic, and then you guys comment down below your thoughts on the topic and we can have a discussion down there about it. Today, I want to talk about the stress test because it happened over the weekend. You know, more people got their hands on the game than before, a lot more people, and I was one of the people. I'm sure you've seen I've been uploading a bunch of Baraka footage, and so I want to give my thoughts on the stress test and the game in general now that I've played it, and I want you guys to do the same in the comments. Let me know what you think. Alright, so to start off, I want to say that it's overwhelmingly positive in my eyes, the game. Pretty much everything about it is done really well. Getting rid of the run button, I really like the run button in MKX, but it suits this game to not have a run button, and I understand why they did it. They want it to be more footsie based and everything, and it certainly is. I know a lot of people in the beta or stress test were outspacing me and stuff, because a lot of the characters have really long range attacks, and you're supposed to try making people whiff and punish, and it's really satisfying when that happens. Like, I remember at one point when I was playing against the Scarlet, she tried sweeping me with her like blood tendril, and I backed up out of the way, and I clocked her in the face with the flag at like max range, and it was super satisfying when stuff like that happens. So I really like that direction that they're taking. It still feels like Mortal Kombat. A lot of people were saying it looks like Injustice 3. It is not Injustice 3. I can tell you that right now, because it feels like Mortal Kombat. It feels great. Not only that, I really enjoy the new wake-up system, how it's like a universal wake-up system, because before, certain characters just had so much better wake-ups than others. You know what I mean? Like, especially like in MK9, Striker had no wake-ups. His combat roll where he rolls and grabs you with the nightstick and flips you over his head was invincible, but not at the very start and not at the very end, just in the middle. So if they hit you at the tail end of it, you'd get hit out of it. If they hit you at the beginning, then you'd get hit out of it. But then you had someone like Sonya who had a wake-up cartwheel that was safe on block, combo starter, and you know, it was invincible 100% of the way through pretty much. And then MKX, someone like Commando Kano had really good wake-ups, big damage, 2 hits of armor, stuff like that. That's one of his strong suits, is having armored like command grabs and stuff that do big damage. But then you had other characters like Cyrax, who just had trash wake-ups, and Quan Chi, who just had trash wake-ups. So now everyone's on the same playing field as far as wake-ups go, which I do like. I don't like it when characters are too similar to each other, but I do like when a mechanic like that is universal. And speaking of characters being too similar, I feel like Scorpion, Scarlet, and Baraka all are very different, in my opinion. I know some people are worried that like the combo structure and stuff is too similar between characters, but as far as playstyles go, they feel very different. One of my biggest gripes though with the game is not really about the mechanics and stuff themselves, but about the ability system. I know it's just a really early build and everything, but one of my concerns is that so many ability moves seem leaps and bounds better than others. Like for instance, Gutted on Baraka is one of the biggest examples. Like, why would you not use Gutted? You know, you can get like 40% damage combos off of, you know, 1-1-2 Gutted enhanced forward Gutted again, and you get like 40% damage. You know what I mean? And then you've got something like the command grab, which is really good, but it takes up 2 slots, so you can't have Gutted with it. And then something like Misery Blade for Scorpion. Everything Scorpion does is unsafe, but Misery Blade makes a lot of his unsafe stuff safe, because you can cancel it into Misery Blade mix-ups. So it's like, why not take Misery Blade on Scorpion? So there's just like really big. I don't know Scarlet well enough to really input on her. I mean, I don't even know Scorpion that well, but I do know from what I've seen and played against that Misery Blade and the Blade Burn are the best ones, because it makes him safer. So you really never really saw anyone else using anything else. Maybe the Flame Breath, where you can meter burn it and it looks safe on block. But Baraka is the one I can talk about most. And while his flag specials and stuff are fun, while his command grab yields good mix-ups, while his leg kebab does, you know, also yields good mix-ups, there's no point to not take Gutted. Like, Gutted, it takes 2 slots, which makes sense. But just the damage output and everything, I mean, basically what I'm getting at is I hope that they make all the abilities, and another example is Baraka Zerker move, where he runs forward flailing the blades. That move is trash. Like I'm going on record saying that move is trash. Like there's no reason to use it. So hopefully they buff that up. Give them a reason to use it. Maybe I just missed the reason to use it. Again, all this is speculation. We had very limited time of the game. We just had the weekend, and this is just me going off of what I experienced and what I played. But it seems to me like every character has moves that are better than others. Like Scarlet's restand, I just thought of. Everyone had that, and Scarlet's teleport, because it lets her, if she gets cornered, she can teleport out. While it's punishable, if the person makes a mistake, she's out and she can keep zoning. I hope that all the variations and all the abilities have uses, and they aren't outshined by others. I mean, I know it's bound to happen. It's impossible to perfectly balance everything, but as it stands now, there's pretty big gaps. Gutted and Misery Blade being the biggest two, in my opinion. Outside of that, the flawless block system is a good idea because there's no armor or anything, so that's kind of your way to get out of pressure. But as it stands now, it seems a little bit too easy. I didn't really experiment with it much, but I did notice that if I tried to, I could flawless block very consistently. It kind of slipped my mind. I don't have the muscle memory to do it yet. That's the problem. But as far as a difficulty standpoint goes, it's pretty easy to flawless block, especially a jump in or even just like a string with a gap in it. You can flawless block pretty consistently, and it yields a full combo when you do it, because you can press up 2 to do like your launcher. On a flawless block, you can do like your wake up attacks, so you can do the launcher and get a full combo. And if someone like Baraka gets you with a full combo, you're losing like 40% of your life, especially if he has gutted. Another problem I had is the breakaway. When you're getting juggled and stuff, the breakaway is kind of like a get out of jail free card, but better than a breaker, because the thing I liked about a breaker is when you did a breaker, it put you both on like an even playing field pretty much. In MK9 and like MKXL, when they changed it where the person who broke, so in MKX, when you broke a combo, you lost all your stamina, but the aggressor didn't. But they changed it to where both people lost stamina, and then you were on an even playing field. I like that. The thing about breakaway is the person who uses breakaway, they lose both their defensive meters, but they don't lose any offensive meter. And the breakaway, it doesn't knock the opponent away and cancel the combo. The person just falls to the ground and then gets up, and it gives really good opportunities for the person to punish the opponent for doing a breakaway. For landing a combo. And I understand that if you think they're going to do a breakaway, you can just stop your combo and wait. But then if you think they're going to break away and then you stop your combo, but then they don't break away, you just stopped your combo for no reason. You know what I mean? So it's like a unnecessary mind game in my eyes, because if you land the combo, you should be able to do your combo without worry of getting punished. That's the good thing about the breaker. You just do your combo. If they break, you get knocked away and you're both, on even playing field again. It's not like they break away, then you get punished for landing a combo. So I kind of prefer the breaker system. I don't know why they changed it to the breakaway, but I don't think they're going to change it back to breaker, but maybe they'll have more recovery on the breakaway. That way the person who landed the combo will still have the advantage. I prefer it being an even playing field, but with the way breakaway works, I don't think that's going to happen. It's going to be one or the other is going to have an advantage. And then he could also cancel into enhanced blade sparks, which I believe was also safe. My point is, Baraka seemed really good. He had really good abilities for combos, for damage, especially gutted. I keep saying that, but gutted is so good. It's ridiculously good. Pair that with anything and you're going to be doing mad damage with Baraka. So he had huge damage with some of his abilities. He had utility with a command grab. He had lows. He had a long-reaching overhead that seemed safe to me. I could be wrong on that. He could cancel into Blade Spark off of pretty much anything, enhance it to make it safe. Again, from what I could tell. At the end of the day, I think Scarlet was probably the worst character in the game so far. This is all super early. I keep saying that, but it's true. In my opinion, I think Scarlet was the worst. I had some trouble with her at times when I'm playing Baraka because her zoning is really good against Baraka. Baraka still kind of needs to get in. His projectiles decent, but he could struggle to get in on Scarlet, whereas someone like Scorpion had no worries about that. But that being said, I still think once Baraka was in, Scarlet had a hard time. So I do think Baraka was the best. Scorpion was next, especially if you used Misery Blade, and then Scarlet was probably the worst. I'm not like a professional player, so take what I say with a grain of salt. I'm just giving my opinion from what I saw in the beta. But yeah, that's pretty much it as far as mechanics and stuff go. I really like the wake up roll. That's a good option because it's kind of like not a get out of jail free card, because you can get thrown out of it, or if they read it, they can keep the pressure up. But it's a good option that isn't, you know, an attack. I like having options like that because Mortal Kombat's never had that. They always just had delayed get up, or do a wake up attack. And I kind of like now that you can do like a wake up roll. I also like that there's like the overheads and stuff are a lot less powerful than they were in MKX. In MKX, it's like you made a couple wrong guesses, you die. You know, in this game you have more options. Alright, I think that's about it, guys. I just wanted to give my thoughts on the game as a whole. And as a whole, I'm very impressed. I love it. Pretty much all my gripes are things that can be changed. And like certain things can be buffed, certain things can be nerfed. It's still really early, so it's hard to say. But as far as overall mechanics and gameplay goes, I had an absolute blast. And not even any of my favorite characters were in the beta. I'm not even like a big Baraka guy, but I freaking loved playing Flag Day Baraka. That was so hype. I loved it. So the game's amazing, guys. If you didn't get into the stress test, I'm sorry, but take solace in the fact that it's Mortal Kombat. People were worried that it was going to be Injustice 3, and it's not. It's Mortal Kombat, trust me. And I'm super excited to play more in the next beta. Hopefully they got Kano. If not Kano, maybe Geras. So I'm still really curious to try out that big boy. So, yeah, that'll do it for this video, guys. Let me know what you thought of the gameplay and stuff in the comments below if you played the stress test. Even if you didn't play the stress test, you probably saw plenty of footage to make your own opinion. So let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't worry, I still have some more stress test matches to upload. See you then.